From the internet to the streets, a new generation of activists is gathering force, demanding a better future. Activate is at the heart of this global movement, following them as they resist traditional authority and bring about social change. This week, Robin and Trina in India, rescuing the daughters of prostitutes, housing and educating them, attempting to transform their lives.
In an apartment in the northern suburbs of Mumbai, a new organisation is striking out.
If we can take the girls from the red light area, make them a visible face of change for girls and women in India, who on earth can then say, like, man, this girl's not going to amount to anything?
Kranti, meaning revolution in Hindi, works with the daughters of sex workers to transform their lives. They currently house 6 girls.
So Kranti is not an orphanage, Kranti is not a rehabilitation house, Kranti is a leadership training institute which produces revolutionaries.
This film follows 2 remarkable young women, Robin and Trina, in the first 12 months of their unique mission, as they challenge injustice, turn young lives around.
My name is Rani. I'm 11 years old.
मैं इसे दिखाना चाहती हूँ दुनिया को कि सेक्स वर्कर की बेटियाँ भी बहुत आगे बढ़ सकती है.
And make tough decisions about the future.
Trina, come on, stop it. Grown up and mature. I don't want the house to end up majority little girls.
Kenya, this is Kenya. And this Somalia.
बोले सोमालिया का और पानी का ना एक ड्रम जैसा ये.
When girls come to Kranti, they have faced sexual abuse. They have faced physical abuse in terms of being beaten up. They've faced a lot of emotional abuse in the terms of, like, they've been sleeping on the streets, leading an extremely insecure life.
Aparna is 16.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I'm very happy.
She arrived at the Kranti house 6 weeks ago. Like many of the girls, she grew up in the red light district.
मेरी मम्मी की मासी थी, उन्होंने उन्हें वहाँ पर बेच दी 10,000 में और वो भाग गई. वो लाइन में ना मेरी मम्मी को वो काम कराने के लिए बहुत मारते थे, पीटते थे, बहुत ऐसा. तो ना मेरी मम्मी ने एक दिन ऐसा देखी थी कि उनके साथ वाली एक लड़की थी, उसके मेन पार्ट में बोलते मिर्ची का ये डाल दिए थे, मिर्ची पाउडर. तो उससे बोलते बहुत जन ऐसा डर रहे थे. फिर वो लोग वो होना नहीं चाहिए करके करते थे. अभी बाद में उनको चटका भी देते थे. मेरी मम्मी को बहुत चटका दिया. फिर मेरी मम्मी वही लाइन में काम करने लगी. तब मेरी मम्मी 12 साल की हो गई.
Aparna is just one of those girls, you know, she's just so confident and, like, really incredibly smart and passionate and really has this, like, fire in her.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Aparna. Happy birthday. She's so outspoken and won't tolerate anything that's wrong and speak up for what's right. And those are qualities that society thinks is not right for a girl to have. But those are the qualities that Kranti values in a girl because that's what makes her revolutionary.
Trina and Robin met working at anti-trafficking organisations.
Living with these girls 24/7 and just seeing their desire to learn. And I'm not even kidding, there are some girls who had never been to school a day in their lives, and in 1 week I took them from basic addition to long division.
I have BI.
Both women were frustrated by the lack of ambition the other projects had for the girls and were inspired to start Kranti.
Yeah, we have really high expectations of them and have always believed that, you know, giving somebody high expectations makes them live up to it versus giving them low expectations limits what they can achieve.
Along with one-to-one tuition, They learn music, self-defense, and have weekly counselling sessions to help them overcome their past experiences.
Very nice, very nice. बहुत अच्छा, very nice.
There is also a strong emphasis on current affairs and social justice.
Genius. South Korea में एक military बच्चों के लिए military camp हो रहा है. Kranti is for girls who are inspired to change society because of their own life experiences and is a training to become leaders of tomorrow. My goal for the next 12 months is actually to expand to 30 girls in the next 12 months, and then in the 12 months after that to get to 50. So we have like a 5-year projection, and by 2015 we want to be working with 100 girls. It's going to be a sweat and grime in the street.
They've come to their partner organisation, Apni Up, to meet 2 potential new girls to see if they are Kranti material. When they arrive, they discover the girls are younger than they usually accept, so they may have to turn them down.
I always have to make the turn down phone calls.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, yeah, it sucks. The
So we'll meet these girls, we'll see how it goes.
So I have told him not to come. There's one more Nepali girl, she hasn't come. She is ready, her mom is not ready, so...
तुम कुछ अभी कैसे सोचते हो कि बड़े होके ये बनना है, ये करना है? तुम दोनों कुछ सोचते हो? ऐसा कुछ सोचा है अभी तक? क्या सपना है? क्या?
डांस बनूंगी मैं तो.
अरे वाह, डांस करना पसंद है.
डांस टीचर बनूंगी.
Oh wow!
Apni Up has worked with sex workers in the red light district for 13 years.
Along with the mothers, their children are also suffering because the living condition or the living structure of their houses are in sort of a dormitory. When they are entertaining the clients, the children generally play under the bed. In majority times, they do witness acts that affects a lot on their mentality. They are highly at the risk of getting forced or lured into this profession by the other community people around, like for example, the traffickers or the pimps or the brothel owners and so on.
Manju identifies children who need to leave the area and places them in boarding houses, like Kranti. As well as assessing their ability to work hard, Trina and Robin are looking for a revolutionary spirit.
ऐसे कभी हम लोग के सामने ऐसे सवाल भी नहीं है.
तो तुम्हारी मम्मी का क्या ख्याल है? तुम बोर्डिंग में जाओगी तो मम्मी क्या बोलती है इसके?
मम्मी कल आएगी ना मिलने को.
अच्छा. तुम अगर बोल के रखोगी सैटरडे तो हम वैसे ही प्लानिंग करेंगे ना.
Stop talking to them as if we're definitely taking them. Stop talking to them as if we're definitely taking them.
I really like that. I really like Neha. Come on. She's grown up and mature. Neha has really grown up and mature. Come on. I'll take care of her. She like talks so much sense and talks well
And you'd still have to like look around. Is she with us on the train? I don't want the house to end up majority little girls.
I just really think Neha has a lot of potential.
Trina, every single kid has a lot of potential. That other kid has a lot of potential too.
But I'm not convincing you and you're not convincing me, so I just need a tiebreaker.
I'm not okay with this just being a tiebreaker, Trina. Like, I've always, maybe we need a vision realignment then, because I've always envisioned this way older girls. And
I know, but you also realize our vision is going to evolve over time. So it's like us adopting 3 children and giving them everything, but that's not what an organization is.
While Robin and Trina decide about the new girls, trouble is brewing back at home.
My name is Rani. I'm 11 years old. My favorite subject is English. I like chicken biryani
Rani's mother's HIV positive. It's last stage, so she's not going to survive for more than a month or two at most. If Rani really wants to go back to her mother and support her through her last days, then who are we to take that away from her?
But Trina is worried about what will happen to Rani if she goes back to her family.
The women in Rani's family have been Devdasis for 3 generations. So Devdasis are an ancient Indian practice where if a woman in a community was extremely beautiful, extremely talented, intelligent, she's too good to be enjoyed by one man alone. So she was forced to become a sex worker. And of course, because of the hereditary practice, so Devdasi's daughter will be a Devdasi, so on and so forth. It's a huge fear that Rani might be inducted as a Devdasi as well. And then the practice starts at an early age, so yeah, it's not that Rani's too young. She might be inducted at this age itself.
अभी तुम मतलब हमने बोला था कि महीने के एंड तक तुमको सोचना है कि रहना है कि जाना है, तो अभी क्या सोच रही हो?
जी अभी तक कुछ हुआ नहीं।
मतलब अभी सोच रही हो कि कुछ फैसला किया है?
नहीं।
सोच रही हो?
While we do realize that staying with their families might be detrimental for these girls, they will enjoy better opportunities with us. It is almost unfair and painful to rip them out from their families, the only person that they probably trust in their life, their mothers.
ताकि मम्मी मेरे बिना रह नहीं सकता।
अभी 2 चीज़ बताओ क्रांति मैम जो अच्छा है जिसके लिए शायद तुम्हें वापस आने का मन करे या रहने का मन करे।
मैं बार-बार बोलती हूँ कि डॉक्टर बनूँगी, तो मन में ख्याल आता है कि यहाँ पे रह के डॉक्टर बन सकूँगी।
She's been debating what to do for a long time, and so much stress on an 11-year-old mind, and it's her decision to make.
At just 23, Trina finds herself playing mother to 6 children who all need her care and attention.
I've always felt that there's so many children in the world who need a family, who need parents. I really don't need to produce anymore. And I've always told everyone that I don't plan to have any children of my own in future, but I'll definitely adopt. And now this is even better, right? A house full of my own.
But running a household full of girls is not an easy task, and the teenagers are keeping Robin and Trina on their toes.
So Lakshmi has a boyfriend, and Robin and I have decided to check him out to make sure if he's fit to be a revolutionary's boyfriend. Kate, this is Akshay, this is Kate. Hello. तुम change करके dance class जाओ.
Unlike other boarding houses, Kranti has a liberal approach, and boyfriends are permitted. But Robin and Trina take their parental role seriously.
So question number 1, time is the one thing that will never come and go in your life. If somebody gave you 6 months to just do anything you wanted, what would you do with the 6 months?
Doing job. I like a respected job, like front office.
That's good to know that you have.
I would travel the world, I would read, I would learn a language, I would, so many things. And you're sitting downstairs in Pushkar Court looking at Lakshmi for 4 months.
नहीं तार लंचन में था मेरी दादी एक्सपायर हो गई थी 10 मार्च को तो डैड बोलता बन जा फिर छोड़ दिया आईडी भी पढ़ा लिखा था
नहीं so we're not happy with like our girls just like कोई भी नौकरी कर लिया like अचानक beauty parlor like doing embroidery like we want these girls to become the leaders of tomorrow and like change the world and like
and Lakshmi can.
And Lakshmi can.
Feeling so scary.
Okay.
Lakshmi is 17 and has been at Kranti for 5 months. She grew up in the red light district, begging on the streets while her mother worked as a prostitute.
Would you be honest about her past, about where she's from? Yeah. How do you think your parents will react?
See, right now he's saying he'll tell his parents. He doesn't have to tell his parents like everything right now.
Right, absolutely, absolutely.
His dad, you don't have to like.
I agree, but I mean, like, I just don't want him to be embarrassed about talking, or like, part of me felt like she probably hadn't told him, and if she had, then that's the reason why he's not telling his parents.
John, bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for coming. Heated discussion.
I guess my concern is just, I'm not that impressed by just the averageness of his life and his ambition and things.
Yeah, of course, and I'm not saying like I'm super impressed or whatever, but however,
Right.
there's a huge lack of amazing guys in this world.
Right.
And like, we can't penalize everyone who's average for not being amazing. And like, what good are we if like
Dude,
one guy
I also
comes
don't
along
want her to
casting
start
her?
aspiring to having a car.
That means if you think that she'll be swayed into that, it means you don't trust us. And that's our job, right? That's what we're here to do. I think Robin and I make a great team because we are really different people.
And we've always promised ourselves and each other that we'll really be open about feedback, about criticism, about, you know, whatever conflicts we have. And it's just worked out so well.
Our opinions usually differ about most things. Because both of us think so differently, when we ultimately come to a conclusion, it's a balanced one.
As well as those who live in the house, Kranti supports girls and women in the community by paying for their education and helping them resolve domestic problems.
The number of girls in India who suffer from some type of child abuse, sexual abuse, that kind of thing, is something that really calls to me very strongly, partially because I've dealt with some abuse in my past, but also growing up in a particular type of environment in my home, there was a lot of domestic violence issues, and I kind of have always seen things from my mom's perspective.
They employed 29-year-old Barney after she was left destitute.
2001 में मेरा शादी हुआ था और 2004 में मैं डिवोर्स हो गया था. My daughter जब 9 month तो मैं और मेरा husband डिवोर्स.
Barney remarried, but she says her new husband has started to beat her and has burst her eardrum. They decide to intervene and confront her husband.
Or कुछ डिसीजन
तो इसे रोने का रहा है क्या? तो नहीं, अभी गलती नहीं होगा. माँ को भी कल रात को बोल रहा था.
नहीं बांधी, मैं बोल रही थी ना, ऐसे लोग चेंज नहीं होते. झगड़ा मारपीट के बाद ऐसा रोना धोना करेंगे, फिर जो है वो सेम ही होगा. उसको पता है आने वाला उसको बात करना.
आने वाला है, पता है, मैंने बोला उसको.
वो क्या डर रहा है कि ठीक है कि क्या है?
नहीं डर है, कैसे क्या.
One more chance has been how many chances by now? And like, what is she getting out of this marriage? What is she possibly getting out of it?
अच्छा, सोचिए कि आपको इस शादी में सुखी होने के लिए क्या क्या चाहिए?
बस एक ही प्रॉब्लम है कि झगड़ा नहीं होना चाहिए, बस और कुछ नहीं चाहिए.
तो आपको लगता है कि हम उसको समझाएंगे एक बार तो बोलेगा अच्छा ठीक है आज से झगड़ा नहीं होगा.
ठीक है,
আর কোনোদিন ঝগড়া করব না, হয়ে গেল. হ্যাঁ, তারপর আমি গ্রামে গেছি, এদের কি ঝগড়া?
ঠিক আছে, ওকে মতো ঝগড়া হয় বাইরে.
আরে অনেক স্বামী স্ত্রীতে তো রোজ মারে, তাহলে কি স্বামীটা ছেড়ে দেবো? তার লেগে বলছি না, কিন্তু শান্তি চাই.
Not impressed with Barney's mother's traditional view, Robin and Trina want to confront the husband about his behaviour, so summon him.
तो अजय, यहाँ पे बैठना है. बैठो.
মা কটা সিটি দেবো? কুকারে 3টে দাও. 3টে ভাতগুলো দিলে? हाँ.
शादी क्या होती है, क्यों करते हो?
शादी करते हैं अच्छे के लिए करते हैं, अच्छे रहने के लिए करते हैं.
अच्छा,
इसलिए उसको इसलिए आज ये हालत है, इतने अच्छे हैं इसलिए.
कोई भी अपने आप से बुरा नहीं होता है।
तो क्या हुआ आपकी ज़िंदगी में कि आपको बुरा बनना पड़ा?
बुरा बना नहीं हूँ मैं, लेकिन मेरी बात
मारा इतना ही कहाँ का
नहीं तो मेरी
बुरा बन गया।
अगर सामने से वो हाथ नहीं उठाती तो मैं नहीं मारता।
अच्छा।
क्योंकि हर बार सामने से वही हाथ उठाती है, जिसके बाद मैं हाथ उठाता हूँ, नहीं तो मैं कभी सामने से हाथ नहीं उठाया। अब ये सामने बैठी हुई है, पूछ लो।
On closer inspection, Robin and Trina find the situation to be less than clear-cut.
Trina, I realized there's so much going on that, of course, Bonnie hadn't told us, and things from the husband's side that were really interesting.
Changing her tack, Trina turns marriage counsellor. She writes down the rules each have agreed to stick to.
गांधी जी, आपको भी अपने तरफ से ये चेंज करना पड़ेगा कि जितना भी झगड़ा हो उसे मारपीट में ना जाए। आप भी पहले मारिएगा मत। मुझे पता है गुस्सा आता है, लेकिन गुस्से को कंट्रोल करना भी ज़रूरी है।
While the couple decide to give it one more chance, there's been some news from home. Despite the dangers, Rani has decided to go back to her dying mother.
I know Robin keeps saying that there are thousands of girls out there, and yeah, I'm sure right now as I speak, some 11-year-old is being raped and inducted into prostitution. But Rani is someone I've lived with for 2 months. I've wiped her tears away when she's cried. I've fed her when she's sick, and it's much more terrible to me to think that it might happen to her. Professional hazards.
Robin wants to be sure that Lakshmi won't be led astray by her boyfriend.
कोई भूल जाता है कि कहाँ से आए, वो याद करके तुम दुनिया के लिए जिस दिन तुम भूल गई उस दिन तुम दुनिया के लिए कुछ नहीं कर सकती हो। सच बताना। हाँ
सच में मैं पूरे मेरे दिल से कह रही हूँ कि मैं इतना गारंटी दे सकती हूँ, मैं बोलती हूँ मैं कभी नहीं भूलूंगी मेरा पास। कभी कभी सोचती ना तो ऐसा लगता है मतलब जितना मुझे चाहिए था और जितना जैसे आप लोग अभी पढ़ा रहे मतलब सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, और मेरा खुद का एक संस्था सोशल वर्कर मुझे जैसे बनना है, तो बहुत सारे बच्चे लोग ऐसे बैठे रहेंगे तो उनके बीच में कुछ काम कर रही होगी।
Wow.
मैं अपने लिए पूरे
I'm so happy.
As Rani prepares to go back to her family, there is an opening for another potential revolutionary at Kranti.
Hello, ma'am. We decided that we want to take Neha into Kranti, so yeah.
हाँ रानी।
Skip. क्या चीटिंग कर रहे देखो ये अभी यहाँ
इस तरफ हाँ सुन जाओ।
Getting to know a new person and see how she fits in is always is a challenge, and so a little bit nervous but also excited because yeah, I see her doing great things in this house.
And also I suppose there's a new potential life that you could turn around.
Yeah, but at the same time it makes me think of all the lives out there which need to be turned around, and every time we bring someone home I never forget to think about the millions of other women out there who we still have to get to.